If you are a person dealing with legal method and you are having confusion in understanding the philosophy of law and how or what is required of you to know in this particular topic as regards to your legal method, look no further, because I'm here to help you, to provide you insight with everything you have to know about this concept, philosophy of law, as far as legal method is concerned. If you are new here, my name is Kingsley Ifeanyichukwu, currently a 400 level law student, and what I do on this channel is to help students, especially law students, in the challenges of becoming tomorrow lawyer. You can consider subscribing so that you'll be receiving video notification every Saturday and Wednesday. Having said that, when we talk about philosophy of law, one thing I want you to know is that in general, when you talk about philosophy of your life, what does it mean? Philosophy of something, apart from law, simply means what is the reason for something? What is the rationale for something? What is the purpose for something? Now, I believe you have gotten the confusion as regard to that phrase, philosophy of law. Having understood that, let us bring it down home. When we talk about philosophy of law, what do we actually mean? Philosophy of law is trying to say that before any law is made, there should exist a reason for the law that is being made. Or, on the other hand, the law should be made in such a way that the purpose of the law is not only clear, but rooted in reason. Philosophy of law is a concept that has been developed when the jurists in the early 16th to 15th century began to add flesh to our laws. The law was not just that as was made. You know, I don't want to actually dive into the common law histories of equity and all those things because I have made a video on that. But this has something to do with it. Prior to the coming of equity, if you have not known this concept, please calm down. You are going to know it before you conclude your first semester. These things I'm saying are first semester work. So before the coming of equity, there has always been a common law. And the common law says that if this happen, this is going to happen. And if your action didn't fall on that particular rate, you are not going to go to court. So there was a kind of always ideology to follow the law as it is. When equity came to balance the law. Equity was more ideal in the sense that where there is lacuna, equity will fill it up. Not only that, if somebody has challenged that is going to build in your land and that person erected building in your land, under common law, they can only give you damages and the land will owe the law. The land will go. But under equity, not only that they will give you damage, they will order the person to demolish the house. They can give injunction even before the person finishes so that the building will be stopped. But under common law, there is nothing like that. So now, when we talk about philosophy of law, it is a way the judges try to, before they reason particular law, they try to reason. What is even the reason behind this law? What is even the rationale of making this law? Assuming now you want to take down a particular section in the penal code that prohibits drinking of alcohol in the north, or that prohibits adultery in the north, the philosophers of law or the philosophies of the law in this case will be like, what was the reason for that law in the first place? Was it just there by mistake? Or was it just there serving a purpose? Of course, the law that is prohibiting alcohol in the northern part of the country was actually serving a purpose, and is still serving a purpose. The purpose of this law is serving that the Muslim has been a people that has dominated the north over the years, and the Muslims are very, very morally entangled that drinking alcohol is against their religion. So who are you to just oppose that law or side down that law? When you know that the sociology of law also tells us that the law should take note of the people it governs. So what is the rationale of bringing the idea of taking down that law? When you know that this law is actually deeply rooted or embedded in morality. Remember, in as much as many advocates of law has been said that law is different from morality, law is not totally different from morality. For me, law follows the morality. Morality is too vague and ambiguous, but law puts certainty to it. That for me is okay. Because if every morality or every moral sense was to be made law, none of us would thrive. Even going to Sunday or meeting Sunday mass will earn you or bag you 5 years imprisonment. That is just not justiciable. So that for me is what philosophy of law is all about. When you hear philosophy of law, your idea should be the reason behind the law. Your idea should be the rationale behind the law. The idea should be the purpose law should be made to serve. Remember what Jesus Christ said in his sermon. He told the Pharisee that, look, law was made for man, not man for the law. That is what most of the Pentecostal churches or most of, in fact, some of these, I don't know, I don't want to be religious here, but some of these skeptical churches don't understand. You see a somebody, your child is dying, you refuse blood on the ground of religion to that very child. That for me is nonsensical. You can click away if you are a person that believes in it. I don't care. But I'm trying to tell you, common sense should tell you that saving life matters most than your religion. When you are placed between right to life and right to religion, which one do you think will pretend? I'm not saying it to suit you. If you are a believer of such faith, I urge you to discard it. Because life is worth saving than anything you believe in. Is it not somebody that will alive that will say, God, thank you? So that is what philosophy of law is all about. Philosophy of law is to the effect that the purpose of law should always be retained and stand tall above any other thing. Now, we have made a video that covers sociology of law. We have made a video that differentiates law, morality, and justice. We have made a video on law, order, and freedom. These are the concepts that is confusing. We have made theories of everything on legal method, everything on legal system. I encourage you to click this link above. All of them is going to lead you there. And I'm seeing you there. Remember to like before you go. You like this video. I will really appreciate it.